Hello everybody, and welcome back to BallySpring. Come on, mate. I'm dropping off a trailer if I don't crash. I think there should be a good spot for it. We got this over into the garage. They're doing a bit of work on it. I think they can get up and running fairly easily. We don't know who owns it. It's just been left there to rot and rust. But it's a Rostral mash. And it's 90 horsepower. So I've also picked up another ploughing contract and borrowed a larger plough to test it out, see how it goes. However, we need a trailer because it's got tracks. We can't really take tracks on the road, so we'll need to transport it. It's not the quickest either, and we can't plough at the minute because there's snow everywhere, as we are into mid-December. So what we are going to do is, I've got a list of places here for us to go and look at. Have a quick look of land that we might be able to purchase. Well, they'll get some bit of fuel up, aren't they? That's not letting me fuel up. Okay. Oh, that might be a problem. Alright. Well, we'll shelve that for now. I need a little map. Let's look at what was that? Should we start down? Let's start. Okay, let's start this way. Obviously, if the snow dissipates, we'll want to be going out to look at getting that tractor tested out. The beast of the Rostral mash. One good thing though is nobody's claiming it. It's been left for years, so we can get the documentation for it. But it's 90 horsepower, so it should be able to do the baler, which means in the spring we can get the baler and we can do silage as well as hay. Just mean we want to hold a little bit of money though. This is 75. Must be they're selling the house then. Nice looking house. See if there's anything for us to grab. No. must be, and that's a decent grass field as well. Now this is very much in budget for us, so we'd get this whole field and a house, which I suppose better than being in that shepherd's hut at the minute, because that shepherd's hut's freezing. That's a decent sized field, that. Bit of room to do some things on as well. I suppose we could rent the house out if we're not using it. Although, definitely staying it over winter. Next one. Let's go. Got an access to this field, I think, off this road as well. I often thought that we'd be moving into a farmhouse, but I think that might be quite far away in the series. Plus, once we spend any money, we're going to be down to next to nothing. Right, it would be nice to have a farm, wouldn't it? As opposed to having things scattered, fields scattered all over the place. We want a field, we want somewhere where we can put possibly some livestock. Next one was 19. This is even cheaper. It must be, I think, to the right. That. That's not 19. That's out of price range. But certainly something I would like to look towards, somewhere like that. We could almost build our own farm if there's enough land around it and it's cheap enough. Just expand out. 19 is just down here. Now it looks like this is just a field, but still a field is somewhere that we can it's this field. There's an entrance there, let's have a look. Fair few bales off that. If this was grass, it's decent size actually for Yeah, that's not bad actually. That's cheap. I think I'd probably want that at some point anyway, if that's still for sale when we've got money. Quite a good field though. Next one, let's go to across, and then it's 56 and 57 are both up for sale. Which are that one. What land is that? That little tiny bit with a little bit of space at the back. On this bit, there's a little bit of space there, so either side of that road. Let's go and have a look-see. It's a nice looking farm. We're both that side of the river. Have a quick shufty. Nobody tells us off. Is this all? It's almost be part of the dairy. Old abandoned buildings. Oh. Thought I'd have a look, you never know. Right. So if we have a pull up, so this includes a house as well. Not a bad price considering it's got a house. Oh. That pays for itself. And then, how lovely. Your garden goes straight onto the river. I like the house, but what about the land? We need to make money off it. It does look as though there is a field, isn't there? Okay. Okay for a bit of grass, I suppose. You could sort of set up on here. It's a good price actually. I mean, for the money we could get this and the field we've just looked at. That's only up the road as well. A light on. It's just not. It's not getting bright today. A lot of snow up in there, aren't there? Bit of sunlight trying to get through. And then 57 back this way. Got cleared up. This is pretty much all of our budget. We got old buildings, bit of a shed, which could be quite handy. Sell everything that's on here as well, and then the field at the back of it. Now that is a decent sized field. A really decent sized field. Now, not gonna lie, this is tempting. Because that's big and it's flat. Plenty of bales off this. Possibly room to grow on as well. That being there could be a bit of a problem. So while we're here, let's nip and grab a quick coffee. Let me have a think. Freezing. I mean, you probably need to rip this down and put. This is dilapidated, isn't it? This is. It's like it's gonna fall down anyway. But there's a bit of room. I don't know what you could do with that, whether that's scrap or whether that could be improved upon. Looks like a relic. That is interesting. I don't think we'll get one sorted today. I'm going to have to think about this, because that's decent, but then this is decent, and then that field up there, this is going to take up all the budget though, and then will we be able to, we're going to have to earn money before we can put anything on the land. That's the issue at the minute. I'll drop in the old, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date. I'll pop that in here now. And do comment if you've got any ideas of where we should buy for our first plot of land. This is a decent size for the money. What's the only thing but that? Maybe get this and expand it out to our own farm. Depends what you're going to be looking at for the other fields around though. And having the sell point on there, I don't know how that works. Right, next way up is there's 3, all looped together. Oh, my number plate's disappeared. Oh, it's back. How strange. I think this field here is in budget, the one that we've done some work on recently. I don't know if that comes with it. Nice house though. That brings us back round to the one that we started at. I mean, to be fair, what was that on price? Yeah, that was quite expensive. I mean, not expensive, it was a good price, but I don't want to blast all of the money, realistically. Then we're going to be saving up again before we can get. Anyway, I just want something we can work on. That's the field we've just planned. That's out of our price range. Next one is here. Is this on the land? Yes, it is. Now this, of the next 3, this is the cheapest, and this is obviously a house, somewhere to live. Quite nice, and this field so this is a decent sized field as well. There's 2 entrances as well. And then this, just a little bit more expensive than that, is this one, which is this field. Again, that's a nice decent sized field, little bit of undulation. and it looks as though this looks on the map as though this house is included with it. Again, lovely house. And that's not too bad for the price, because the field next to it's decent. We're not far from the store or the BGA, on the main road to get in and out. And we have that field. And then the most expensive of these three up here is this field, which is also a very good size, to be fair. 2 entrances. That is a big field actually. But this also has whatever this is. This little bit of land as well. I'm assuming that's some sort of feed thing. But you could put animals on here actually, couldn't you? Might even be able to take the fence out and just go all the way through. That's not bad actually. No buildings on it though. But not bad. Different, it's quite a lot more in price though. I suppose we don't necessarily need a house. It's just something that would be nice at present. Tricky one to work out that. That's tempting. And if we go back to the ones before though, there's ones where we could potentially get 2 parcels of land for the same price as that one we've just looked at. In fact, a little bit cheaper. We could have had the one down the house that goes onto the river and the field further up the road from it. It's got me potentially the one at the top there. alike, but for the same money we can have the other 2 bits. Charging for their lawn, aren't they? Although it could be our lawn, just as easy. We're up for sale. Depends which side of the map you want to be living, I suppose. If you're tying up between those 2, there is one other thing. There's one, if we can raise a bit more money, where we could be taking ourselves to. I think it's up here. Yeah. Not give us a call, we could have done your harvesting for you, son. Which is that actually? 128. Just reverse up a minute. That'll be quite expensive to buy, but oh, what's going on with that? Doesn't look like it's grown. And a little house on it, so that's quite cheap, but it's essentially it's just the field, isn't it? It's an arable crop field. And up here, if we can raise more money, not too much more, but a bit more. This is up for sale. Nice old farmhouse. There's a bit of the deposit already, isn't it, really? Now, I'll have to check on this because I don't think this includes any. This doesn't have any fields with it, I don't think. But what have we got? Fuel tank, shed work, that might be a working silo, possibly not. Yeah, it is a working silo, isn't it? I think. What else have we got? Another one of these things. Cement mixer. If you want to do any work. Big old slurry point. We've got a bit of bush that can be cut down. Access to a somebody's field. Oh, I've got lost. I have to go over that wall. Climb that. Oh, yeah. So as far as I'm aware, this doesn't come with any fields. This is just... That's a nice size. This is just the farm, basically. That's where we picked up the Fiat. A little bit of grass there, actually. A little bit of grass, so that's not... Plenty of shed space. Silage pit. I've got to say, is that too much too soon? If we picked up a derelict old farm, there's loads of shed space. And that. What's through there? Now I want it because I want to know what's up with a really fancy hose. Let me see what's the other side of this. It's just a huge shed, I think. A gigantic shed. That's gonna require a couple more contracts maybe, or some more bales to be sold. I have to say I do quite like it though. The trouble is, if we go to the maximum on this, we've got no way of making any money without just sitting on contracts. If it doesn't have a field with it. Maybe something for the future. Temptation. I'll have to... I'm tempted... Is this a bit too early? I don't know. I'll have to give it a serious thought and look in. I mean, it depends on the prices of the fields around it, I suppose. If they're massive prices, then... which they'd look like they could be, they're big fields. If they're big prices, you're going to be spending all your time carting stuff backwards and forwards. But it is quite nice. I can't decide. Do let me know what you think in the comments. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. A little bit of a different one here today. If you have, please drop us a like. If you've not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button to see future videos as they come out and be notified about them. And until next time, when maybe we'll have made a decision and hopefully the tank will be ready to go out and plough. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.